Coming up on the show, Tom Brady still wants to play, and I do not understand Lane Johnson. Alright, so Tom Brady joined Kirk and Callahan for the first Patriots Monday of the season on Tuesday. One of the highlights to me was that he once again indicated that he wanted to play well into his 40s. I don't really believe him. I confidently think Brady is year to year at this point. I think if the Patriots win the Super Bowl this year, he's done. But that's not what he said. Brady told Kirk and Callahan today, quote, "I certainly expect to be here next year and hopefully beyond. Like I've said, I have goals to play for a long time," close quote. Let me tell you one thing to never take serious in reference to Tom Brady. If he's dealing with a nagging injury, little back stiffness, that is nothing to ever worry about with Tom Brady. His will wouldn't allow it. His other professional interests wouldn't allow it. That's akin to worrying about Bill Belichick derailing the season because he was too drunk on a booze cruise in Miami with all the other coaches 6 days before a playoff game. A little minor nagging annoyance will never derail Tom Brady. That's why this back thing, which he completely brushed aside this morning, was absolutely nothing. Another thing I don't think Tom Brady will ever do, retire if he's banged up in any way. If there's anybody in the history of sports who will walk away on his own terms, it's Tom Brady. He will not be forced out of the game because of injury. I think even despite his age, that would be the worst possible look for the TB12 method. Brady will walk away on his own terms, totally healthy, or at least it has to look that way. Tom Brady ain't limping out of the NFL. Brady said this morning about his relationship with Bill Belichick, quote, "I think our priorities are the same as they've always been," close quote. Now yesterday, Belichick joined OMF on WEEI in the afternoon and echoed basically the same sentiment. Bill said, quote, "I have a lot of respect for Tom. We've won a lot of games together and I hope we can win some more together," close quote. There's that word again, respect. Brady, priorities are the same. Look, that's them acknowledging that maybe the relationship isn't perfect. Like any relationship, there's ups and downs. Tension exists at times, but they're better off together than apart. They know that, and that's them confirming it. Also, in advance of the Patriots preseason game with the Eagles on Thursday, Eagles offensive tackle Lane Johnson continues to open his yap. He was talking to a local radio station this week about playing the Patriots in the preseason. He said, quote, "I've been waiting on this ever since the Super Bowl was over with. It's time," close quote. First of all, nobody knew the exact preseason schedule when the Super Bowl concluded back in February, so no go there. And second of all, I just cannot figure out why he is so obsessed with the Patriots. I mean, it was one thing when he talked before the Super Bowl, the two teams were about to play, but now it doesn't make any sense. Why would you continue to bring up the Patriots? You beat them in the Super Bowl, and even if you just like the shine that you get for talking about the Patriots, why would you want people to think that they're in your head? When you continually talk about something that you have nothing to do with, it's in your head. If you're always thinking about it and talking about that girl you used to date or the girl you never were able to date, she's in your head. Guess what? Bill Belichick was in Rex Ryan's head. So even if you're in the headlines, I don't know why you'd want to be for that reason. All right, take your pick. What would you have rather seen in the 90s had Michael Jordan decided to leave the Bulls and form a super team? Jordan playing with the Knicks and Ewing and Oakley and all those guys, or Jordan joining his hometown Charlotte Hornets with Alonzo Mourning, Grandmama, and Muggsy Bogues? I gotta go with Jordan to the Hornets. A big part of the theater that was Michael Jordan were his games against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The Hornets didn't really make any significant championship runs in the 90s. They were a good team, fun to watch. Jordan would have obviously put them on a championship level. They were one of the sweetest jerseys in the NBA at the time. Now, had he gone to the Knicks, he could have formed somewhat of a Kobe-Shaq dynamic with Patrick Ewing. That would have been fun to watch. Ewing certainly would have gotten his rings, but I think for the NBA as a whole, it would have been more interesting had Jordan gone to the Hornets and continued to face off against the team that he did play while he was on the Bulls. All right, my lock of the day, the Red Sox -1.5 tonight in Philadelphia against the Phillies. I'm going with the Phils tonight. I don't know, it just feels right to me. The Phillies have had a surprisingly good season in the NL East. They're playing at home. The Red Sox coming off an off day. The Orioles they just beat up on were so bad, this is actually going to resemble a major league team. I think the Phillies either cover or steal the game tonight. That's my lock of the day. Have a good one.
Well, as you know, I'm not on Snapface and all that, so I don't really get those.